What's up, guys? Today we're going to be going over the best unranked fighters in each division. So, yeah, these are just people that I think are or should be ranked, maybe are on the fringes, I should say, of being ranked, and just aren't quite there yet. I wanted this to be a prospects video, but in the end, it just turned out I didn't want to do that, especially for some of these like heavyweight. It could be a prospect video, but they're not prospects in my mind. So yeah, let's just get right into it. You can kind of see what I'm talking about here with the first person in flyweight, Charles Johnson. He is just, I absolutely love his fighting style, man. He can get beat for a long portion of the fight, especially, let's say, against the fight against Joshua Van, and then he'll just come out in the third round and really put it on you, and I can respect a fighter that does that, but good striker, fairly decent takedown defense from what I've seen, and yeah, he's just got some notable wins there. Joshua Van, absolutely great win, ages better by the minute, by the fight, by the end of this year. I mean, Van's, I believe he's going out there to fight, who is it? Brandon Royval instead of Manel Kep, which that's crazy of a step up. But besides the point, if he wins, I mean, that Charles Johnson win is just aging beautifully there for him. Or I guess Charles Johnson's win against Van is aging beautifully. So yeah, and then Sumo Darji, Jimmy Flick, veteran names from the flyweight division. Nothing to scoff at there. But yeah, really just great fighter outside division. I wouldn't consider him a prospect at this point in his career. He's, I believe he's slightly older, but definitely a fun flyweight fighter, and just outside of the rankings there currently as of June 10th. So yeah, let's get into the next one, which is Bantamweight Damon Blackshear. I could have gone with a bunch of people. I could have gone with, like, I don't know, a Peyton Talbot, Malcolm Wellmaker. Who else is there outside of the division, or outside of the rankings for the division? I can't even remember off the top of my head. I know there's a bunch of good ones there, right off the fringes of Bantamweight, but I went Damon Blackshear. Really, it's because of that Jose Johnson win. I mean, this dude pulled off a twister. You got to be pretty high level there to pull that off. And Cody Stamen, Cody Gibson, good wins lately as well. And I think Damon Blackshear, had he not have gotten knocked out against Montel Jackson in 18 seconds, I think he would have been fighting ranked opposition. Would he be winning? That's hard to tell. I think he could be lower end of top 15. Or really a gatekeeper to the top 15. I don't see him being able to beat a bunch of those top guys, but he has good wrestling, good grappling, and his striking has been improving enough that I could see him winning a fight against a lot of people, a lot of different people. He doesn't really excel as much as I would hope in the grappling. I really wish he was just a little bit better at it against higher level opponents, but nonetheless, Damon Blackshear, just a great fighter. I love his style, and yeah, we're just outside of those rankings currently. All right, next up, we have the legend himself, Steve Garcia. This man is on a 5-fight win streak. He's just outstanding. I mean, let me count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight finishes in the UFC. Just great stuff here. Wins over Chase Hooper, Costa, Nelson, Sung Woo Choi. All good wins, and he just looks like an absolute marauder out there. And yeah, Steve Garcia, his upcoming fight against Kelvin Cater here, is going to be just a domination. I think he's got a better style, I think, than Cater, and he was supposed to fight Edson Barboza as well, and really just he is the dark horse of that featherweight division, I think, in my opinion. I could see him outstriking a lot of those grapplers, such as a Chase Hooper, and making it just brutal for them. So yeah, Steve Garcia, watch out for him. Outside the rankings, I would consider him a prospect, even though, let me see how old he is. He is 33 years old, but 33-year-old prospect is nothing to scoff at. Next up for lightweight, we got Faraz Ziam. Ziam, let me see here. He's on a 5-fight winning streak in the UFC here. And honestly, everything before that is still pretty good. But yeah, that knockout to Matt Farola in France, I believe it was beautiful. The knee from the clinch, just great work here. And he is a prospect, I believe, because he's only 28. But yeah, he's fairly young in this UFC lightweight. Although he has, let's see here, let me see, he has 6 fights already. Wow, that's crazy. But nonetheless, Steve Garcia, a very good fighter. Oh my God. Nonetheless, Faraz Ziam, very good fighter. Has great striking, can use his clinch fairly well, and uses his length well to stop and stifle the grappling, which is always important. So yeah, Faraz Ziam, very, very good out of the ranking fighter. All right. Next up, the welterweight choice for the unranked fighters currently I have is Randy Brown. Absolutely beautiful last performance against Dalby. He got in a firefight and just flatlined Dalby, which nobody has done. And yeah, even before that, that split decision loss to Brian Battle, really, a lot of people don't believe that Randy Brown lost that. So it's really been a great run here for Randy Brown. Wins against Chaos Williams and Brian Barbereno, although that was a little bit earlier in his career. Jared Gooden, even Francisco Trinaldo, Zaleski, even. Man, he's got a lot of good wins here, and you know, he's been building himself as a prospect as of late, and I think he the way he won his last fight, just it proves that he deserves a shot at the top 15. Who will it be? Who knows? I would love if they rescheduled the Carlos Prates fight, but they probably won't do that. They want to build one of those two up. But anyway, build one of those two. And Randy Brown, just a great striker. Very fun, entertaining fighter. Nothing I can complain about there from him. And yet, just outside the rankings, honestly, I'm not sure how he's not ranked currently, but what can you do, right? So, all right, next up we have middleweight, and somehow, some way, Ikram Aliskerov is not ranked. How? Why? No one knows, I guess. But yeah, just dominating people outside of the Robert Whittaker, like 2-minute knockout. Really just put it on everybody so far. He has finished almost every fight. Yeah, every fight he's had in the UFC, all 4 of them, outside of that Robert Whittaker loss where he got knocked out. He's a well-rounded fighter, very fun, very exciting, just a good striker in general, and can grapple as well, which makes him very dangerous. Got that Dagestani style that just a lot of people are like, oh no, I don't really want to go up against that. So yeah, Ikram Aliskerov, not sure how he's not ranked. I would consider him fairly good, but I guess he does need a couple more notable wins. You can see Andre Muniz as his most notable win, probably. I'm not going to get you in the rankings yet, so yeah, just like 1-2 more fights, and he should be top 10, pretty cemented up there. Yeah, Ikram Aliskerov. All right, next up, we got Dustin Jacoby for the light heavyweight unranked fighter. Ooh, what can you say about Dustin Jacoby? I mean, he has just really started to build his career back after quite the rough patch there. He lost, let's see, 4 out of his last 7. And he had won his last 2 as well by knockout. So he's putting it back together here. But yeah, he has some great names: Vitor Petrino, Kennedy Nzechukwu. I think I got it. And Oleksiachuk, Mikhail. I'm one of the fighting nerds now. Anyway, besides the point, Dustin Jacoby. He has a lot of great wins. He had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fight unbeaten streak before he lost a split decision to Khalil Roundtree. Lost a unanimous decision to Azmat Mirzakhanov, which that's not looking too bad anymore. Really, the only bad loss on here is the Alonzo Menafield unanimous decision knockout to Dominic Reyes, where he got knocked out. Looks not too great, but it's looking better now. And yeah, really, Dustin Jacoby has become the gatekeeper. Put him up against Jacoby. If he beats him, he deserves to be in that top 15, top 10. If he loses, he's just not that good. He's not ready yet. So yeah, Dustin Jacoby, my light heavyweight pick for the best, or one of the best, unranked fighters in the UFC. And final division I got for you, Janata Deniz for heavyweight. Honestly, dude, there's like not very many good choices out there. This dude stood out the most. I mean, he's got wins over Mr. Austin Lane, which, doesn't look that great on paper, but the way he knocked him out was good. So, I don't know. We'll throw it out there as a heavyweight fighter that, could potentially become something good. I would consider him a prospect, even though probably not that young, but yeah. And finally, we got my honorable mentions. And finally, we got the honorable mentions. So for flyweight, we got Andre Lima, Loner Kavanagh. Both people I would consider prospects, building themselves up in the division and getting there eventually. Not quite there yet, but very, very good fighters currently. We shall see what the future holds for them. Next up for Bantamweight, we got Saeed Nurmagomedov and Jonathan Martinez, just outside of the rankings. Both of them lost a couple of their fights, last fights, and, they've lost to ranked opponents, so it's not bad, but got to get back in there, got to get some wins, build themselves up, and get themselves back into those rankings. I think they were both ranked at one point. I believe. Can't remember. Next up, we got Featherweight honorable mentions of Du Ho Choi and Chepe Mariscal. Both, I wouldn't even call them prospects at this point for Du Ho Choi, but just outstanding fun fighters in the featherweight division, building themselves up again and getting back into the win column, hopefully building into something great here. But yeah, featherweight honorable mentions. Lightweight, we got Mateus Rebecki and Manuel Torres. Rebecki, absolutely great fighter. Fun to see what he did against Oralby, and Torres, kind of the same thing. Got knocked out at UFC 306, I believe it was, the Sphere card. But besides that, has really been on a tear. Did great things in the Mexico City card, and yeah, these dudes are just right outside, waiting for their shot at the top 15, and they've been doing great. Welterweight, man, if it wasn't for Randy Brown, one of these three would have to be chosen. I'd probably go with Carlos Leal as my choice, because that dude has just demolished everybody in his way. But Brian Battle, with that win over Randy Brown, looks great. Also, his call out against the French people, just great, just hates on them. You really think I'd lose to a French dude? But yeah, anyway. You think the Butcher would lose to a French guy? Absolutely not. I hate France. Anyway, and Gabriel Bonfim, which he's getting his shot against Wonder Boy, I believe. So, yeah, the welterweight, the prospects are taking over this division. I love to see it. It's one of the most fun divisions currently. I kind of wish that Islam wasn't moving up, but you know, what can you do? That's also a great fight, and Islam's looking at GOAT status at this point, which different story, but yeah. Middleweight, Jack Hermanson, Joe Pyfer. Jack Hermanson beat Joe Pyfer, but he just doesn't fight enough. And Joe Pyfer, he's building himself up again as a prospect. Just beat Kelvin Gastelum. And yeah, just super fun, powerful fighter there. But gotta learn to tone it down a second. Maybe not look for the one shot, but use combinations and whatnot. But besides the point, Joe Pyfer, middleweight, honorable mention. If it wasn't for Ikram Iliskarov. Light heavyweight, we got Ian Cutelaba and Omar Sy. Sy is getting his chance against Menafield, so he might be in the rankings here pretty soon. But fun striker, and Ian Cutelaba just gets robbed all the time. But again, another very fun fighter. And Ian Cutelaba, and again, another very fun fighter there. So. In heavyweight, I got Mick Parkins, you know, as possible, I guess, prospect. You know, he's well-rounded enough, trains with Aspinall, that I think he could become ranked eventually, but he lost his last fight, and a lot of people call it a robbery, but to me, it wasn't that close. So, yeah, I don't know what to believe there. But yeah, that's it. That's my honorable mentions. All right, so yeah, that's the whole video. These are the best unranked fighters in each division, in my opinion. You know, we had a couple of prospects. We had a couple of veterans just outside the rankings, but these are all people I thought were good. Honorable mentions, of course, for a bunch of people. But if I missed anybody, let me know in the comments. And if you like the video, and if you really liked it, why don't you subscribe? I'll see you guys later. Peace out.